Hello guys, welcome to Infinite Floating Stocks. In this video, I'm going to explain you about gap ups, gap downs, and yeah, what are the things that you need to keep in mind if gap up or gap down breakout happens. Okay, so these are all also important concepts that every trader must know. So while he's dealing with chart patterns or trend lines or support and resistances, okay, so gap up and gap down are maybe new or maybe a new things for a beginner, but yeah, gap up and gap downs are also important while trading. Okay. Oh, all right. I am Venkat, and in this video, I'm gonna guide you or help you through understand. I'll help you understanding what is gap up, what is gap down, and there are some other scenarios as well. Okay. All right. So contents. These are all the contents for today's video. I'm gonna talk about market timings and what are aftermarket hours. Aftermarket orders, and I'm going to talk about pre-opening market and what is gap up and what is gap down, and also for, like I told, I'll also talk about a few important points that everyone should know about gap up and gap down. Okay, so let's not waste the time. Let's get on to the first content, which is market timings. Okay, market timings. All right, it's very simple, and everyone knows the market timings, so there is no suspense in this slide. Okay, market timings for equity and futures and option segment is market will open at 9:15 a.m. in the morning, and it stays till 3:30 p.m. in the evening. I repeat, market will open at 9:15 a.m. in the morning, and it stays till 3:30 p.m. in the evening. And market will be open from Monday to Friday, and there will be few public holidays, few national holidays. So you can go to NSC website and you can check out holiday calendar for NSC web for stocks. Okay, and yeah, you can go to NSC website and you need to download the holiday calendar from their website, and you'll get to know the national holidays for which the market will be closed. Okay, and market timings for commodities. Okay, the market will open at 9 a.m. It will open 15 minutes before the equity market or a futures and options market opens. Okay, so commodity market opens at 9 a.m. in the morning, and it stay. It will be open till 11:30 p.m. in the evening. This is the advantage for working professionals and students. Okay, so the market opens early. It opens early in the morning at 9 a.m. only before the equity market, and it will be open till 11:30 p.m. in the evening. Okay, so if you are a working professional, if you are not finding time to trade during your office hours, or if you are a student and you are not able to trade, or if you are missing out on a trades during your college hours or during your exams, so you can trade out once you are back from your college or once you are back from your office. Okay, you can sit back, you can come home at 5 or 5:30, fresh up, and instead of watching Instagram and Facebook, so if you want to make money, you can you can analyze the market, you can analyze commodities charts. Okay, because the market closes at 11:30 p.m. in the evening, so that's a huge advantage. So after coming from your office or after coming from your college, if you are bored enough, if you want to make money, you can analyze the charts and you can make money before sleeping. Okay, so after having dinner as well, if you're not able to sleep, or if you want to make money before sleeping, you can get onto the charts and find good patterns and find strong support and resistance levels. Wait for breakouts, enter with a stop loss, done. Set your targets, book your profits, and shut down your laptop and go to bed happily. Okay, so that's how commodities helps working professionals and students as well. Okay, because it stays till 11:30 p.m. in the evening. And yes, the market functions from Monday to Friday as well for commodities, and there will be few national holidays for commodities as well. You can find all those details on NSE website. Okay, are not in NSE website, but you can find them in Google. Okay. And all right, what are aftermarket orders? This is very important because this is the reason behind the gap up and gap down scenarios, which will happen frequently in the market. Okay. Before that, I'll show you what is gap up and gap down. Before explaining aftermarket orders, I'll be explaining you about gap up and gap down. I mean, I will show you what is gap up and what is gap down on the charts. Okay. For that, I need to get onto the charts. Let me open my chart. All right, this is my chart. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll be deleting all these things. Let's zoom in to find gaps. Oh, I'm not finding. All right. Now see, I can call this as a gap. Okay, look at this thing. Here, there is a gap between this candle and this green candle. I repeat, there is a gap between this red candle and this green candle. This is a gap. Okay, there is a gap between this red candle and green candle because the market got closed at this point on 7th October. Okay, this is 7th October's last traded price at 3:30 p.m. Okay, but when the market opens at 9:15 a.m. on the next day, which is 8th October, so market opened way up. I mean, it formed a gap and it opened above the previous traded price. Okay, so generally gap ups and gap downs will happen between after market hours and before 9:15 a.m. in the morning. I repeat, generally gap ups or gap downs happen only after market hours. Okay, so gap ups and gap downs can happen only after 3:30 p.m. in the evening and only before 9:15 a.m. on the next day. Okay, so these gap ups will happen because there will be few people who will be analyzing the charts during the night or during the evening or during after market hours. So they'll analyze the chart and they'll estimate that price will move up definitely. Okay, for example, in this scenario, imagine that I have analyzed the chart. I have analyzed this pattern. Okay, all right, I have analyzed this pattern and imagine that I'm expecting that there will be a breakout tomorrow. Okay, here. So there will be few people who will be waiting for the market to open at 9:15 a.m. and they'll be making entries only after 9:50 a.m. Okay, so there will be other type of people who won't be waiting till 9:15 a.m. in the morning. Okay, they want to place their orders overnight itself because they want to catch the, I mean, they want to buy at low price. If you take more time to place the order, the price will move up. Okay, for example, if you're waiting for the market to open, the market will be opening at more price. Okay, so instead of waiting, there will be few people who will try to buy the price. I mean, you who will try to buy the stock, or they'll try to make an entry during overnight, I mean after market hours. Okay, imagine that I have analyzed this pattern and imagine that I mean I'm expecting that a gap, I'm expecting that this pattern will be broken tomorrow towards upward, and I'm pretty sure that market will go up tomorrow. So to buy at low price, people after market hours, people will make overnight positions. People will make buy or sell during the night. Okay, to make orders after the market is closed, you need to select this symbol, AMO. Okay, this AMO is nothing but when I hover my mouse over that, it says after market order. Okay, for next day. Look at the definition. AMO is nothing but after market order for the next day. Okay, so once the market is closed at 3:30 p.m., you can place your orders. You can place your orders after 3:30 p.m. and you can place your orders till 9:15 p.m. 9:15 a.m. Okay, so you need to be selecting. You need, if you want to make overnight buy position or if you want to make sell position. If you want to make buy position, you need to click on buy icon. If you want to make sell position, you need to click on sell icon. And if you want to make overnight position, now see, I'm talking about SR transferring. Okay. In now the market is closed because I'm dealing with equity. Equity will close at 3:30 p.m. only. Look at the chart, it's not moving because the market is closed. And look at the timing, 3:25, it says 3:25. Okay, and this is 5 minute 10-minute candle, so market will be, yeah, market will be closing again 3:30. Okay, so market is closed, but imagine that I have analyzed the chart and I'm expecting a upward movement tomorrow in the morning. I don't want to wait till the market opens, so I can make buy position by clicking on buy and by selecting AMO after market order, and I can enter the quantities and click on buy here, so that my order will get executed immediately after the market opens. Okay, so because of these overnight positions, because of these AMO orders, gaps will be formed. I repeat, because of overnight positions, because of overnight buy or sell entries by many people will create gaps. Okay, so like I told, there will be few people who will be analyzing the chart during the nights, and they'll be pretty confident about their next move, I mean about the next movement of the market, and they won't be waiting till 9:15 a.m. in the market for the market to open. So they'll be making their entries and they'll be making their entries by using AMO order, and they'll place orders during the night or after market hours. Okay, so they can place orders from 3:30 p.m. to 9:15 a.m. Okay, so because of those overnight positions, because of those buy and sell positions made by them, will cause gaps. Now see, when it comes to this scenario, this is the red candle and this is another red candle. There is a lot of gap between these two red candles because this is where the price has closed on 6th October. But when it comes to 7th October, it opened way below the previous candle. Okay, this gap has happened because once the market is closed, people have analyzed the market. There are a lot many professionals who analyze the market after the market is closed, and they'll analyze the market with the technicals, and they imagine that this pattern will be broken tomorrow, and they'll be making overnight sell positions. They'll make sell position here, 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 and all. Lot many people analyze the market after the market is closed, and they'll make sell positions. Okay, so because of those sell positions made by lot many people after the market is closed, and because of those AMO orders, which is after market orders, this gap down will happen. This gaps will be formed because of AMO orders. Okay, so I'm expecting that you guys are pretty perfect with what is gap up and gap down. Now look at this scenario. Here there is a gap. This is last traded price of previous day, and this is where the candle opened. So imagine that there are a lot many people who analyzed the chart, and they are expecting a upward movement tomorrow, but they don't wait till 9:15 a.m. in the market for the market to get opened. Okay, so they make overnight positions. They make, they put orders, AMO orders after 3:30 p.m. till 9:15 a.m. They can place at any time. So they'll be placing orders, and because of those AMO buy orders, this gap up will be this gap up has happened. Okay, again, there is also because of those AMO buy orders, gap up has happened here. Again, gap up has happened here because of AMO orders. And again, so gap up and gap downs are very common. So there will be always gaps in the market from previous days to next day. Okay, so there will be gap between previous day's last candle and next day's first candle. Okay, so people will make overnight positions. So that's how the gaps are formed. Hope everyone's clear with what is gap up, what is gap down, and what are AM orders. Okay, it's simple. If the market is opening way below the previous candle, previous day's last candle, then it is called gap down. If the market is opening way up, way above the previous day's last candle, then it's called gap up. Okay, that's how that's the definition of gap up and gap down. If the, if the candle opens way below the previous day's last candle, then it is gap down. If the candle opens way above the previous day's last candle, then it is called gap up scenario. Okay, let's get on to the charts. Sorry, let's get on to the slides. So what are after market hours orders? It's simple. It helps us to make, I mean, it helps us to place orders after market is closed. Okay. And you can place orders anytime from 3:45 p.m. to 8:57 a.m. for NSE. Remember the timings for after market hours orders. Okay. You can place orders anytime after the market is closed. That is, market will close at 3:30 p.m. But you can place your AMO order, which is after market order, only from 3:45 p.m. to 8:55 a.m., which is next day. Okay. And what is pre-opening market? This is very important. Pre-opening market is nothing but the market opens at 9:50 a.m. We all know that, but I repeat, the market opens at 9:50 a.m. 9:15 a.m. Everyone knows that, but actually there will be a pre-market opening session from 9 to 9:08 a.m. I repeat, market will open at 9:15 a.m. but there will be actually a pre-market opening session from 9 a.m. to 9:08 a.m. Okay, during this time we can place orders using AMO order as well. So like I told, you can place orders using AMO order during overnight, and also you can place orders using AMO during pre-marketing session, pre-opening session as well. Okay, so because of all these AMO orders, gap ups and gap downs will be formed. So what is gap up? You already know what is gap up, so there is no suspense in this. Let's move forward. And what is gap down? You also know what is gap down, so no suspense. I'll be revealing the formal definition of what is gap up and gap down in the next slide. All right, so gap up and gap down openings helps us to analyze pre-market, helps us to analyze pre-openings of market. Okay, and pre-opening market, the market opens at 9:15 a.m. but actually there will be a pre-market opening session from 9 to 9:08 a.m. You know this, I already explained it. During this time, you can place orders using AM order. Okay. Now here comes the definition of gap up. If the 9:15 candle forms way above the previous day's last candle, I already explained it, right? If the 9:15 a.m. candle forms way above the previous day's last candle, then it is called gap up. Let's get on to the charts. Let's consider this example. This is previous day's last candle, and this is 9:15 a.m. candle. It opened above the previous day's last candle, so we call it as gap up. Okay, now gap down. If 9:15 a.m. candle forms way below the previous day's last candle, then it's called gap down. Okay, let's get on to the charts. Now let's search for gap down. Yes, here it is. Now this is 9:15 a.m. candle. It is opened way below than the previous day's last candle. So gap is formed, and this is, the opening is below the previous day's last candle. So we call it as gap down. Okay. Now gap ups and gap downs mainly happens because of pre-market sessions and AMO orders. I already told you that people won't wait till 9:15 a.m. to place orders. They can make orders at any time by using AMO order. I mean, I mean, brokers provide the opportunity to place orders even the market is closed. Okay, you can use AMO order and place orders at any time, after the market is closed also. So according to Wikipedia, every gap should correct back. When I say correct back, it means, I'll read again. According to Wikipedia, every gap should correct back. Now I'll get onto the charts and I'll explain you. It means, Wikipedia says here is the last candle's close price, and here is the last candle, next 9:15 a.m. candles 9 price. Okay, this is where it opened. Okay, now see, this is a gap between gap down. This is gap down scenario. this is a gap between previous day's last candle and next day's first candle. Okay. Now, according to Wikipedia, this says that if the not only from Wikipedia, according to trading journals, they say that lot many books says that these gaps will be covered on that day. They say that once the stock opens gap down, they say that it covers this gap. Okay, it covers this gap and it may move up, or after covering the gap, it may move down. They says that this gap will be filled. So this type of filling is called correcting back. Because the gap down has happened, they tell that that gaps will be corrected, but that won't happen in live market. And this is the example. See, there are no candles in the gap. It directly opened the gap down and went down. There is no went down. There is no candle in the gap. So the definition is wrong from the trading journal. So I always say that there is nothing a definite scenario in stock market. Okay, it's not definite. Stock market is dynamic. Okay, so you need practical experience instead of book knowledge. Okay, so according to Wikipedia, every gap should correct back, but in live market, many stocks won't fill the gap. Now see, let's consider another scenario. Oh, okay. I'll be deleting old lines. Now see, this is last candle of previous day, and this is first candle of next day, and this is a gap. Now see, according to Wikipedia, this is gap up, and after opening, the market should cover this gap, and it can either move forward or it can move towards downward. But in this scenario, there are no candles in the gap. See, there are no candles in the gap. Market directly moved towards upward. Okay. So according to Wikipedia, the market will covers the gap, but according to Trading Journal, the gaps should be corrected back. But in real scenario, gaps won't be corrected back all the time. Okay, there are few scenarios where gaps are corrected. Let's search for them as well, where gaps are covered. All right, let's look at this scenario. This is previous day's last candle. This is next day's first candle. Okay, this is gap. It opened gap up. Later, it came down. It covered the gap. Okay, so this is nothing but correcting back. So this is the previous day's last candle. This is next day's first candle, and this is the gap. And according to trading journals, the gaps will be corrected back, right? So here, this is nothing but the candles are formed between this gap. That means the gap is corrected back. Okay. So that is in the live market, the many stocks won't get fill the gaps, won't fill the gaps, but few times, few stocks fill the gaps as well. Okay. So here comes the important points that everyone should keep in mind while dealing with gap ups and gap downs. Okay. And do not trade gap up and gap down breakouts. I repeat, this is very important. Do not trade gap up and gap down breakouts. When I say that, I'll be explaining you that. Now see, all right, let's consider this gap. This is a support zone. Okay. Now see, market opened gap down here. Okay. But you should not be placing a sell order here because this is gap down breakout. I mean, it broke the support level and it came down. But you cannot trade this type of gap up or gap down breakouts. Okay, this is a breakout. This is a gap down. This is gap down breakout. Okay, because it broke the support and it came down. So this is gap down breakout. You should not be trading gap down breakouts. Okay, you may, I mean, it's you can trade that, but but that trade cannot be called as a perfect trade. Few times it may go against you if you trade gap up or gap down breakouts. Okay. I'll explain you this with another example as well. I'm going to search for that. All right. Look at this thing. Looks like a good pattern. Okay. Now imagine that you did not place any aftermarket order. you did not imagine that you did not place any AMO order. Okay. Now but you have expected that the market will open down. I mean, the market will break this pattern. Okay. In this scenario, immediately once the market is opened at 9:15 a.m., you cannot place sell order because it came out of. You can say that it came out of the pattern. Why shouldn't I sell? You can ask me that question. But according to me, now see, once the market is opened, if you place sell order, the movement is not very good, right? Okay. In this type of scenarios, you should be placing AM orders. If you place AM order, your profit will be this much. Okay. But if you place order once the market is opened, you will get only this much, very less when compared to this thing. Okay. So it's ideal for everyone to not to trade on gap up or gap down breakouts. Okay. This is gap down breakout. In this scenario, this is gap down breakout. This is a pattern, and actually we need to be waiting for breakout, but that breakout hasn't happened during the market. Okay, it happened once the market is closed. Because of AMO orders, the market opened downward. The market opened way below the previous day's last candle, and the breakout has happened because of that gap down. So one should not be trading gap down breakouts or gap up breakouts. Okay, that's very important. So gaps may and may not correct back. I already explained you that. You should be remembering this point. This is very important. Okay. And all right, guys. I'm expecting that you guys are very clear with what is gap up, what is gap down, and what are AM orders, which is aftermarket orders, and I'm expecting that you guys know what are the timings for the market, and also you need to be aware of national holidays. And yes, you should be also aware of pre-market opening session. Okay, pre-market opening session happens from 9 a.m. to 9:08 a.m. And during that pre-market opening session, you can place orders by using AMO order. So AMO order is very simple. I mean, you have a flexibility of trading once the market is closed. Okay, you can use AMO and place your orders after analyzing the chart during the evening or once the market is closed. So because of those AMO orders, gap ups and gap downs will happen. Okay, and the important thing is you should not be trading gap up and gap down breakouts. Okay, breakouts should happen in the live market. Okay, if you are trading a breakout of gap up or gap down, your profits will be very less. And yes, the market may reverse and you may face loss also. So it's ideal. I mean, for beginner and for experienced person also, you should not be trading gap up or gap down breakouts. All right, that's pretty much from my side. If you like my explanation, if you're very clear with what was taught to you in this video, please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone.